So we've talked about the challenges that this industry faces, and basically a 100-year-old business model is being turned upside down. And some people have said this before, there are two main barriers for utilities to manage this transition. One is the technology. We have a very antiquated landscape of software silos that don't communicate with each other. And we looked at what is actually used in these different applications, and we rebuilt this to an integrated end-to-end cloud with which you can sell any product or any service to your customers and get them excited. And it starts with customer touchpoints. Not everything has to be digital, but you have to have the opportunity to do it. It has to look like e-commerce 2019, and you have to get the customer excited about it. And you have to get them through the funnel quickly. So this is all conversion optimized. So, and then what do you do with the leads? So it doesn't really matter if you sell classic commodity, or if you do energy plus or energy as a service, or even the grid operators use our tool for the house connection process. Philip just from E.ON just said that grid and retail is thinking more closely together to get the customer on a journey. And then every sales process, you know this all, works through the same journey, really. You have a lead, you have to qualify it, then you get the order, and then you have to think about the partners who help you with the fulfillment. And we talked about friends this morning, so get your installers on board and collaborate with them if you want to do the implementation. And then we have APIs into the legacy billing systems. This is what it looks like, because it doesn't only have to be a user experience for the end customer, it also has to be an integrated user experience for the salespeople of the utility. You have to really want to work with it. The CRM is worthless if somebody doesn't put in their data there. So you have an overview of all of your opportunities, all of your products, all of your processes, and can really scale up through that. The second challenge that utilities face is a cultural one. You all know that this is an industry that managed to survive without using the word customer for 100 years. And while IT does not answer cultural questions, it can open this discussion. And we do that by putting the customer, our customer, the utilities, at the center, and we invite our customers, our utilities, to put their customers at the center of everything they do. And then they become the spider in their regional energy web. And we do that by involving them in the iteration of our product also. And it's really interesting to see this transformation process that somebody starts in one product and then transfers. So basically it's three categories, three dimensions in which we are active. Our first customer is the utility, but then we talked about the installers and networks. And then, of course, there's a business model onto all their customers. So this is the German-speaking market alone. So you can imagine what there is in Europe and the world to do. And it's always difficult. Transformation processes, there's always resistance. People say, okay, now we have to throw everything overboard that we know. No, you don't. You start with one product or one process. Let's say you want to start selling EV charging stations. And then other people in the utility look over their shoulders and say, oh, cool. Can I use this for solar? Can I use this for my heating contracting offer? And this is an actual example of one utility who started with us with electric vehicles. And then they wanted to build their own product, car sharing, for their own fleet to manage that on weekends for the employees. And then they booked another product that we already had there. And now they're getting their own Scrum team to do development on our cloud. So this is how we think land and expand. It's great to work with people who all have done this before. We know what we're doing, and I think it's a very powerful team. And it shows. Because just to give you a few examples, Total heating contracting with millions of leads. Minova is changing 70 customer touch points, journeys, contact forms with ours, and grid connection with Westfalen-Weser. And it took us 1 year to get there. So yes, we're raising. We'll tell you in the break how much. talk to Michelle and Rolf, and we're looking forward to working with you. Thank you.